days, whenever we used to go to Swami, especially my father and myself, father used to be in the habit of staying for months on end. In fact, I remember on one such sojourn, I have come to Dharmakshetra in 71 or so, where this structure was there, and Atma Ramayana was there on top in the ceiling, in the side ceiling. So we used to overstay for months together. See, one of those, for the intermediate final year, I was a BPC student. In fact, Professor Anil Kumar was our botany lecturer at that time. The final exams were announced. It was March time. The final exams were announced. And you know, for science students, first you have to complete the record work. The practicals will be there, and thereafter the theory exams, written examination. So my mother was trying to frantically call us, but those were the days of trunk calls. Prasanthi Nilayam had only one telephone in the postmaster's room. If somebody wants to make a call, inward call, a particular person, PP call has to be made. She was frantically trying, she could not succeed. So anyway, after overstaying, Swami one day told us, why are you not going home? You go home. Why are you staying for months on end? So we took Swami's blessings and went. By the time I went, the last date for submission of the botany record was over. And I was crestfallen, because if you miss that year examination is gone and you have wasted 1 year. But my mother told, one of your friends came on his own. He took the record, your botany record. I don't know what has happened. So Professor Anil Kumar was our botany lecturer. We went to the college and found that my friend, I never asked him anything. He on his own completed one fourth of the record has to become. He completed, gave it, and submitted it within time. And the best part of it is, the next day you go to find out the marks, because normally the marks were given before the final examination. They said that I happened to have the highest mark. After the exams were over, went to Swami. Swami comes straight on me. Swami comes straight on me for the darshan. After coming from the ladies, he comes straight on me, looks at me and says, Evendra, botany record, he says. What happened to your botany record? The point is, even on education front, the point I'm trying to tell you is, there is no limit to Swami's grace. The way in which he operates through you is something which no philosopher, no poet can express. Then, exams were over, results were out, I topped the university. Then the question of doing what next. My parents were of the opinion that I should do medicine. I said, I am not going to do it, because I cannot do it. I am a person who, if I see blood, I am just put off, and I cannot see other persons suffering. I won't do it. So as usual, then we said, let us go to Swami. Went to Swami. Swami calls us for interview, mother and myself. The very first thing he says, this fellow's heart is weak. He gave me an indication there in 1974, this fellow's heart is weak. Medicine is not for him. He looks at me and says, Are Nura, you come, I will give you seat, do BCom in my college. This is how I joined. So the point is, Swami guides you even in the context of taking whatever line of preference you want to take. So that is how Swami saved me and took me into his fold.